But back to earnings, right? Symphony, that's the next company that reports their numbers. Q1 numbers, a weak set of numbers coming in from the company. We're seeing that the revenue has seen a fall of 36%. Obviously, do not forget we had those unseasonal rains that came in. The rains came in sooner than expected. So it does impact the company's overall, sales that come in there. But what is the outlook of the company going forward? What are we watching out for in terms of channel inventory? We have Nrupesh Shah, who's the managing director and corporate affairs at Symphony, joining in with us to talk to us about that. Mr. Shah, good morning. Thank you for giving us your time. Let's start by talking about the Q1 numbers that came in terms of revenue. 36% fall this time. Now, obviously, this is something that would happen to anyone in the air conditioning, air cooling space, given that the rains came in sooner than expected. But channel inventory is also higher. So two parts. One, revenue overall, what is the outlook? Could this whole year be at similar levels? Do you expect a recovery? And channel inventory, those high levels, when do you expect that to normalize?
Thank you. You are absolutely right. All summer-related industry products have suffered, and that too, there was a very high base in June 25 because June 25 was exceptionally good summer. By the way, our June 25 quarter sales is second highest June quarter sales, surpassing earlier best of the best season sales. So YOY, of course, there is a decline, but at the same time, that is what the traction and overall performance. And again, in March 25 quarter, there was huge pre-season sale, and hence March 25 had recorded all-time highest ever top line as well as profitability. Having said that, it is on account of launch of new models, including Air Force range, and also some of the non-household air cooler products, which in trailing 12 months have contributed more than 20%. They are non-seasonal, and to an extent, they have been savior in this quarter, and they consist of kitchen fan, tabletop, large space ventilated cooling, etc. Second part related to the inventory. Certainly, inventory at this point of time in the trade is higher than what it is supposed to be. So there may be a spillover effect of that inventory in subsequent quarter, including current quarter as well as next quarter.
Okay, so you're expecting that to go into Q2 and Q3 as well, right? The inventory issues by Q3, you're expecting it to normalize.
No, inventory gets normalized normally by February, March, when really consumer sales really peak, and consumer buying happens only from February, March. But in expectation of the season, in March quarter and early December, there is a normal trade sales also.
Okay, and for the full year, Mr. Shah, would you be able to do the double-digit growth? Last time you managed to see a 15% growth. Is that possible this time? Or because of all this, maybe we'll see high single-digit growth? What is it that we're keeping an eye out on?
Again, as per our IR policy, we don't give any forward-looking statement, including percentage of the growth. However, obviously, we have our own business plan as well as standby business plan to maintain the decent top line as well as profitability through various strategies.
Mr. Shah, you may not want to give us numbers, sir, but you could give us a yes or no answer with a 36% drop in the first quarter. Do you believe that the rest of the 3 quarters would have enough momentum that you would at least end the year with positive revenue growth?
There are various strategies in place. Let numbers come out and we will see what happens.
I was going through your investor presentation, Mr. Shah, and you mentioned in that your focus is on acceleration of your portfolio resilience and counter-seasonal product-led growth, where you have highlighted towers and kitchen cooling fans, large space venting cooling, and water heaters. Now, is this a conscious decision that you all have taken considering how the first quarter panned out and how the subsequent quarters are looking like for your core business? And if not, how much of the acceleration would lead to these products being part of your overall top line, say, by the end of the year?
As far as these products are concerned, we have ventured into these products almost for last 2 years. And now we have really scaled them up. we have expanded the range, we have expanded the distribution network, and there is a huge potential to expand further. So even in June quarter, as far as this category was concerned, they have registered quite decent growth with a decent profitability. And as far as water heater is concerned, just last year we had a test marketing in selected cities and towns, and now we will have all India launch. Rather, we have already launched as through e-commerce as well as large format stores. So, and third segment, which is exports from India, which is again nothing to do with India's summer season. So essentially, these three are the verticals where we focus to de-risk as well as optimize the performance.
Mr. Shah, just a last word in terms of, your Mexico as well as Australia subsidiaries. You're looking to monetize that and you're looking to divest over there. So anything on that front, if you could give us, are there any talks going on? Are there any potential, divestment buyers that are there? What is happening here?
Yeah, so it is at initial stage. There have been a decent interest by some very reputed major corporate, and some NDAs have been signed. But as you know, signing of NDA opposed that a lot of work has to be done. So I would put it, despite good interest and signing of some NDAs, it is at initial stage. Will take some time to take it forward and conclude them.
Very, very quickly, a two-part question, Mr. Shah. By when do you expect this to be completed? If you could give us a timeline here, since you mentioned it's in the initial stage. And part two, since you mentioned exports, is US a part of this export market as well? And do you see any potential impact because of this tariff-related uncertainties on the exports to the US?
Okay. Second part of the question first. So as long as our tariff is lower than China's tariff, which even currently is the case, we are really safe. In fact, in summer of 25, there was decent inquiry and reasonable decent sales to US. Many large format stores of USA are actively in discussion with us, and some of them are in advanced stage of finalizing the order. And we need to really worry about the tariff only as and when the goods are ready to dispatch, which is obviously now meant for summer of 26. And that has to happen few months or few quarters down the line. So we are not unnecessarily worried. And as I say, as long as China's tariff is higher than us, we are really well placed. And first part of the question about the time frame, we don't really have a time frame in mind, but it seems that maybe by H1 of 26, we should see some decent development in respect of IB transaction.
Very quickly, how much is US as part of your overall top line, Mr. Shah?
As of now, it is not material, but the kind of the inquiries and the kind of the orders and the discussions which is happening, that is quite interesting and exciting.
Okay, Mr. Shah, thank you for giving us your time this morning and giving us insights in terms of what we should be expecting from the company in FY26. That was the management of Symphony talking to us about the outlook of the company, channel inventory, that will stabilize by the end of this year, next summer, when the tertiary sales actually start picking up. As of now, Symphony is seeing a decline of almost 3.5%. But on that note, we're going to sip into a very short break. When